What's going on? It's D-Man, bringing to you probably one of the last few gameplay discussions that I have about NBA 2K18. Now that doesn't mean that it will be the last time I talk about NBA 2K18 until the game comes out. I definitely have more things to talk about, but this would be the last time I talk about my gameplay impressions when I was out there in California. So once again, shout out to NBA 2K for having me out there. Shout out to the whole dev team, man, and the community managers, Ronnie, LD. It was good. Like, I like talking about 2K. Even if I'm wrong, just being set straight, getting some type of insight, I like that. So they gave me a bunch of insight, and even if I wasn't right about something, they let me know, and they explained things to me, and it made sense to me. But in this video, I want to break down my concerns about NBA 2K18. And I know a lot of people have been waiting on this video. And it's funny because I put out the other gameplay impression videos. Like I said, they weren't hype videos. I was just telling you like it is, you know, what I experienced, what I honestly thought about 2K. So there were a bunch of people, they have to be new to the channel, they have to be, but they were saying, oh, you don't criticize 2K, what's up with that, why are you doing this? Look, man, can I get through the series, bro? Can I get to that last video where I talk about my concerns with NBA 2K18? This is that video. So let me go ahead and get into it real quick. One of the biggest things I talked about with LD and the devs are the patches. Now, don't get me wrong, there are definitely times where we need a patch in NBA 2K. I'm not denying that, but there are times where a patch will come out and the game or gameplay is significantly different, but in a bad way. It happened from NBA 2K15, from patch 3 to patch 4. It happened on NBA 2K16. 2K17 hurt me the most because day 0 or day 1 NBA 2K17 was really good in my opinion. I'm talking about when it first came out. It was definitely better than what it ended up being. And I could break it down, man, because I remember, like I said, 2K17 hurt me a lot because it was good. A patch came out, all of a sudden, timeouts at the free throw line. Another patch came out, then people started getting kicked out of Pro-Am games. That lasted until after the Pro-Am tournament. Also, when a certain patch came out, the rebounding and defense in the paint were completely different. And then there are a bunch of other gameplay issues that popped up after the patches came out. Now, 2K has a big community, and I feel like NBA 2K kind of wants to appeal to everybody, but at the same time, trying to appeal to everybody is the reason these patches came out, if we're being honest. When I played 2K17 before it came out, I honestly felt like the only things that needed to be tweaked were ankle breakers, because they were crazy when we were at Team Up last year, and the moving screens, and there were a couple other things. You can go back to my videos and watch it. But now it's like a whole list of things that went wrong with 2K17, so it's weird. You can't say keep the patches to a minimum, but at the same time, I'm hoping that a patch doesn't completely change the game for the worse, just like on NBA 2K15 or NBA 2K16 or NBA 2K17. I want NBA 2K18 to be the one. It has to be the one because with the E-League and the NBA involved, NBA 2K18 has to be the one. And like I said, I just report what I noticed, but NBA 2K18 is looking like the one, but it all depends on what happens after the game comes out. So a lot of people are asking me, what feedback did we give when we were at NBA 2K? Now, my boy Annoying brought a whole list that he gave to the devs. Shout out to Annoying, that list was clutch. I also had my own list, a bunch of things I was looking for, and honestly, I was able to check a lot of things off of that list, which is a good sign. So we went through the NBA 2K17 wish list, checked a few things off, but while we were playing the game, and once again, shout out to Mike Wayne and Scott OG, LD, and the rest of the dev team. They're always working, man. They were right there with us, so we were able to talk to them while playing the game, which is really clutch. So one of the first things we noticed on NBA 2K18 was the shot off dribble was going in at a very high rate. I don't know if they kind of did that to balance the shot creators from NBA 2K17, because to be honest, I know a lot of shot creators are saying they're broke and they can't hit those shots off balance. So I don't know if that was a leveling out thing, but man, I was pulling up with Steph Curry, and I know it's Steph Curry, right? Nah, it was more than Steph Curry. I was pulling up with Steph Curry from Limitless, off dribble, green, Same with Klay Thompson. And at the same time, I know they're Klay Thompson and Steph Curry, but I mean, they were just going in like crazy. So we gave feedback about that. And Mike Wang actually asked us if Green should be allowed on highly contested shots. For me, I voted like straight up no. If I play good defense, I don't care if the shot goes in, but they shouldn't be able to green it, in my opinion. That's how I feel about it. So in the comments below, let me know what you think about that. We gave feedback about a few gather moves. There were actually, like, you remember when that teleportation glitch was in NBA 2K17? That was a big thing for a while. But Chris Paul, like, it wasn't as quick as the teleportation move, but it was still OD. And so once again, shout out to Mike Wang, shout out to Annoying for finding it, because we got that out the game. It was really OD. I know some people want to cheese that move, but it was OD. And like I said, that right stick defense, it's not going to save you in 2K18. So that's part of the reason it was kind of wild. So a lot of people were saying we were out there just playing around, not doing anything. The thing is, we play 2K18 too, and we want a better game. We know that, like, we know the issues. When I was making my list and I was trying to line it up with people that were tweeting me, I really didn't have to write anything new down, because everything you all were saying, I've been saying in my videos on Twitter, and I had that in a list. So let me talk about a few things that I'm unsure of on NBA 2K18. Just a little bit of feedback, or a little bit of my opinion, to be honest. But the 50-50 blocking foul out of bounds call when somebody is baseline walking, I still feel like if somebody is tight roping that baseline, they should just go out of bounds. And that's just how I feel about it, because in the 2K community, people look to exploit anything, and that's just the way it is. So personally, I feel like if somebody is doing that, they just need to be punished for it. I don't know, that's how I feel about it. Another thing are the load up shots. And once again, shout out to Mike Wang for listening to me and Annoying for really trying to get our feedback and make 2K18 good. But I feel like the load up shots also are a thing that should be toned down. Not necessarily taken out the game, but definitely toned down. But I know it all depends on the pass reception, and you know, so much can go into passing on video games. Not even just 2K, passing is tough on any game. But it's one of those situations where load ups weren't a problem when 2K17 first came out. At least not for me. Actually, I know not for me, because I have a bunch of old NBA 2K17 Pro Am gameplay, and I watch it all the time to see how different it plays. And to be honest, it's really different. And so load ups, they should be in the game, but they shouldn't be as dominant as they are. Like I said, it was still happening in the build we played, but we talked to Mike Wang about it. We'll see what he does, and hopefully it's kind of toned down and I could just catch the ball. If I'm open for the catch and shoot, it should be that and nothing more, not the load up. You know, for me, gameplay wise, it's kind of tough to find things bad about a game when you first play it, especially when you only get a little taste of it. It usually takes me a couple of weeks to say, okay, you know, that's my issue with 2K. So I felt kind of bad, because the devs were really out there listening, and Mike told us to give us 3 good things and 3 bad things we noticed. And it's just like, yo, man, I definitely need more playtime. And so I really, like, I'm like you all, I cannot wait for 2K18 to come out, because I play 2K a lot. That's my main game, and I just want it to be good also. So you really don't have to worry about me. You all know that if I find something bad, even if I don't say it in a video, I pass it along through the DMs. That's one thing that I did in 2K17 a lot. Or even thanks to you all, I was able to talk to Scott OG and LD2K multiple times in person this year. So those were always some great talks. One thing I'm really concerned about, and it goes back to patches, but I hope the game isn't watered down. That's been my biggest issue for the most part, besides servers. I haven't said servers because I think that's just like, we all know servers, right? But my other big issue is the game being watered down. And it's weird because 2K17, like I said, day one legit, and it ended up being one of the easiest 2Ks to score on, period. And I'm being completely honest. Besides NBA 2K15 patch 4, 2K17 is pretty easy to play, but when it comes to Pro-Am, not necessarily my park or my team or quick matches playing out online, but when it comes to Pro-Am, I want a little difficulty, man, because I feel like it will separate people. But at the same time, you know, how do you do that? Let me know in the comments below. But even then, I feel like most people in the community, they don't want to adjust to a new 2K, so 2K ends up adjusting to the community, and I think that should be the opposite way around, because that's when the game becomes watered down. Oh, bars, boy. Let me chill, man. Let me chill. Serious topic. So yeah, man, those are a few concerns about NBA 2K18. Like I said, shout out to the dev team. We gave back all the feedback we could, and they listened to everything. Even if we sounded dumb, they still listened though, and I appreciate that. Shout out to everybody that sent their concerns over to me. Like I said, man, we all want a better 2K. We all want to have fun on 2K18, man. We really do. And like I said, 2K18 is looking good. I just hope that if there are changes, it isn't too drastic. But at the same time, I understand that there will be changes because we played a beta build, and from what I understand, that build was pretty old. But then again, in dev time, like 2 weeks is pretty old, right? So who knows, man? We'll see when 2K18 drops. Shout out to everybody that watched all the videos, man. If you have any questions, before you tweet me, fam, I don't need my mentions blown up. Actually, I do. I'll still respond. But before you tweet me, go back and watch my other videos to make sure I didn't bring it up first, because I'm starting to get a lot of questions about 2K18 where it's just like, yo, that's the first thing I mentioned on the first video, so what are we doing? But yeah, just tweet me if you have any more questions. Like I said, this isn't my last time talking about 2K18. I have more videos dropping soon. You all be easy. Peace.